Good evening, everyone. I'm Vaishnavi Vaiti from Kiran Advisors. Welcome to the virtual roadshow of Tunwal E-Motors Limited. Today, we will provide a brief overview about Tunwal E-Motors Limited and its innovative business model, along with the insights into the electric mobility industry. Tunwal E-Motors Limited, established in 2018, specializes in design, development, manufacturing, and distribution of high-quality electric two-wheelers. The company has expanded its distribution network, and now it has more than 256 distributors across India. Over the years, Tunwal E-Motors has achieved a remarkable compound annual growth rate in revenue and has introduced more than 23 models, including 7 variants of two wheelers. The company has registered under the Bureau of Indian Standards, and SAE International USA has confirmed the World Manufacturer Identifier WMI code for the company. From management team, we have Mr. Jhumarmal Tunwal, Managing Director. Hello, sir. Good evening. Welcome.
Yeah, good evening. Thank you, madam.
We also have Ms. Riya Lunkar, CFO. Hello,
Good
ma'am.
evening,
Good evening.
all. Good evening.
Mr. Kush Gupta, Director.
Hello Vaishnavi, hello everyone.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening, good evening.
And Mr. Pankaj Harlalka, COO from Horizon Management Private Limited. Hi, sir. Good
Good evening,
evening.
everyone. Yeah.
Now I hand over to Jumarmal sir to give us more insights about the company and its future plans. Over to you, sir. प्लीज हमें बताइए अपने तुनवाल ई मोटर्स कैसे चालू किया, आपके जर्नी के बारे में हमें बता दीजिए.
सभी को धन्यवाद मेरी तरफ से. मैं जुमरमल पन्नाराम तुनवाल, मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर ऑफ तुनवाल ई मोटर्स लिमिटेड. मेरा जर्नी स्टार्टिंग में काफ़ी हार्ड रहा है. मैंने एक इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स कंपोनेंट से बिजनेस स्टार्ट किया था और मुझे इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स से बहुत ज़्यादा लगाव है स्टार्टिंग से ही. और उसमें मैंने ट्रेडिंग का बिजनेस स्टार्ट किया था एज ए इंडस्ट्रियल सप्लायर. और उन्हीं सप्लायरों से मैंने काफ़ी इम्प्रेस होके फिर मैंने भी ऐसा सोचा कि मुझे भी कुछ नया बिजनेस करना चाहिए जिससे बहुत सारे लोगों को मैं काम दे सकूं. और इसलिए मैंने एकदम हार्ड वर्किंग वाला लाइन चूज किया, इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल. क्योंकि आने वाले टाइमिंग का इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल ही एक बढ़िया सोर्स है जो सन एनर्जी को इसमें यूज कर सकते हैं. फ्यूल एनर्जी तो कोई भी यूज कर रहा है, फ्यूल का आगे इतना फ्यूचर नहीं है. तो उसी आइडिया को लेके मैंने पूरा डीप स्टडी करके लिया और 2018 में हमने कंपनी स्टार्ट किया और 2021 में हमारा सेल्स स्टार्ट हो गया. ईवी इंडिया के लिए बहुत मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट है बिकॉज इंडिया की इतनी ह्यूज पॉपुलेशन को जो एक व्हीकल के रूप में चाहिए, तो उसमें ईवी एक सबसे बड़ा योगदान रहेगा. और उसमें हम ट्राई कर रहे हैं कि तुनवाल भी एक कंट्री को बड़ा कुछ योगदान दे सके. जो सन एनर्जी है उसका स्टोरेज और वो एनर्जी को ईवी में यानी किसी को भी जाने आने में यूज करना है तो उसके लिए उस एनर्जी को इसमें यूज किया जा सकता है. आने वाले टाइमिंग में ऑलमोस्ट सभी व्हीकल ईवी के ऊपर चलेंगे और उसका सभी को बेनिफिट मिलेगा और उसमें हम ट्राई करें कि हमारी कंपनी भी योगदान दे सके.
Thank you, sir. Now we will start with the company presentation. I request Pankaj sir to take us over the presentation.
Thank you, Vaishnavi.
Welcome, sir.
Hope I'm audible.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
So Tunwal actually is a journey of electric vehicles. So they started manufacturing in 2021 from a state-of-the-art facility in Palsana, which is based out of Rajasthan. And the idea was basically you had to import. So these are imported mainly from China and then, assembled. But before that, there is a thought process that the company has to do as to what will sell in the market, and they do their research accordingly and then find the right suppliers, align with them, and provide design and support. And that's how the journey began. Next slide, please. So basically, if you look at the key facts, it's 3 years in the business, because the incorporation is 6 years, but we are 3 years in the business. We have a team of more than 60 plus people. And in the team, we have people from varied expertise, right from, production management, getting the right research for right components, and then obviously having a good sales team for developing distributors across the country. So, in fact, in the last 3 years, we have introduced more than 23 models. Uh, each model is a different variant. If you look at Tunwal, we are more into low speed, which does not require any registration. And today we have about 256 dealers across India. And across India means we are already present in 19 states across India. And what this journey has culminated into in FY24, if you see, we have a turnover of around 104 crores with a EBITDA of 17.83 crores and 11.81 crores of PAT. Next slide, please. During the journey, we have been awarded by IEDRA International in 2019, Startup City in 2019, Nav Bharat CSR for 23, Innovative Emerging Award in 23, and Sakal Maha Brand Awards in 23. So all the vehicles of Tunwal is sold under the brand name Tunwal. Next slide, please. So we have evolving services, transformative EV solutions for modern mobility. So we look at the design, then we help in the development, and obviously we have a manufacturing setup, and all the material, all the the two-wheelers are sold through a distribution network that we have. So basically, you have existing dealers, which is 196 today, and added dealers is 60. So we have 256. So every year we identify new states to work upon and then create a distribution strategy around it. So when we look at in 2024, 64% was sold through existing dealers and 35% from added dealers. Uh, so basically, when a distributor dealer network is set up, it takes 6 months to 1 year. In fact, by 2 years, they become very strong part of our company, and they help in reaching to the rural parts where we are mostly, selling our products. So in tier 3, tier 4 towns, that's the place. And last mile working, like, the parents have children who are 16 years to 18 years. They go for workouts, they go for the local events. So that is where those kind of people are generally our buyers. Next slide, please. So these are some of the the high selling products that we have: Mini Lithino, Mini Sport 63, Lithino Li, Storm ZX, TZ 3.3. This is in the form of a motorcycle, and Roma. So like this, we have around 23 models available with our dealers and distributors. Next slide, please. So this is where the innovation happens at our plant in Tunwal E-Motors at Palsana. So this is just a visual of the plant, and inside the plant, so we have to maintain a lot of inventory, because once the orders come, they have to be supplied immediately. So we have a huge inventory at our plant, and the assembly is a seamless process. So it takes about in a day we should be able to do about 100 plus vehicles, and that's how we are growing. So aggregate capacity today is about 41,000 units that we can manufacture, and utilization presently is 22,000. because a lot of support is required in terms of working capital. So once the money comes in, we should be able to do a capacity utilization in excess of 90%, because sales is not a challenge for us anymore. Next slide, please. So the management team has already been introduced, but Mr. Jhumalmal Tunwal is the chairman and managing director, who's already spoken. Amit ji is a whole-time director. He's a brother to Mr. Jhumalmal Tunwal, and Karan ji also is a whole-time director in the company. So one takes care of the distribution, one takes care of the production. Kush Gupta is independent director on our board. Mr. Nagaraj Naveen Chandra is another non-executive independent director. Arshita is an independent director. And Bhavna Sangoli is the CS and compliance officer. And the finances are taken care by Riya Lunkad. Next slide, please. So beyond boundaries, redefining markets through innovative marketing. So what we have, the differentiator as far as Tunwal is concerned is understand what can sell good in the market, then identify who could be our support system in that, and identify vendors. So we buy products from different vendors, and then bring it together in the most innovative manner, and sell it in the market. So we start with market research and segmentation, then we have a product differentiation. Obviously everything is sold under the mother brand of Tunwal, so everything is accumulated in our brand called Tunwal. Established dealership network. So once we started with Rajasthan, so we were very strong in the north. Then we've started west. We've also gone right up to east now, and central India, and southern India is a frontier that we want to conquer and go big soon. So we have identified initial dealers. So once the distributor is established, and then we help him create a network of smaller dealers around him, and so that it helps in the supply chain and logistic costs. So we are prone to a lot of partnerships and collaborations, and after sales services taken care of from our dealers and distributors. And we use a lot of digital marketing for our products. So when you search the web, you will see a lot of Tunwal Motors available. And the whole idea is keep on developing new products, so that because if it catches the fancy of the market, then the new product gives us better EBITDA. So that helps us in maintaining the EBITDA margins. Next slide, please. So elevating excellence, propelling distinctive competitive strengths. So basically, if you look at, we have a very experienced leadership backed by a professional team. In terms of leadership, you would know that it's a visionary leadership, identifying EV at that stage where no one was talking about, and being a profitable EV company shows the strength of the leadership to you. We've had a consistent financial performance in the last 3 years. So about 75 crores we have been doing. Now this year we have done about 110 crores. A wide product portfolio, so more than 23 variants in different models to meet for different requirements. Well developed and expanding dealer network. So this is increasing, which is helping in increase of our sales also. And obviously being in the EV space, we are helping in sustaining environmental sustainability. Next slide, please. So our key strategies as far as business growth is concerned is enhance nationwide presence. So being a north side player to a 19-state player, so there are about 11 more states and union territories to be conquered. So I think in the next 1.5 years, you will see that development. We are also on the lookout of always, new EV models to be introduced in the market. And a lot of research and innovation is being done there. We are also in one of the objects, we've asked for 5 crores to be used only for research and development. Invest in R&D to advance our technological capabilities, and global market exploration through exports. So we wish to be available in, say, countries like Nepal, Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka to start with, and then we'll look to go to other countries in the world and optimize capacity utilization. You would have seen that we are only at 50% right now. So first we will go for 100% this capacity utilization, and then maybe later put up further lines to enhance based on the sales. Next. So if you see the top 10 customers, so all our distributors and dealers are our customers that way. So top 10 customers are contributing to about 74.5%. The remaining actually are contributing 25. So this has increased. So as because of the products that we manufacture are of good quality, having very low kind of complaints and all in this sector. So that is why once the distributor has has faith on our products, then they start selling higher, and that is why our top 10 customers are contributing to more than 74%. But it is evenly spread amongst the top 10 then. So it's like more like one dealer distributor is about 17%, and the rest is amongst the 9 of them. So it's quite even there. And so as and when the dealer distributor network grows, we if you look at the network also, we take advance from our dealer distributors. So they give us a security deposit against which we are supplying materials to them. One single cargo. So we don't supply in tranches. So entire truck goes to a distributor. So that helps us in optimization of our logistic costs. Next slide, please. So if you look at our region-wise breakup, so North has been our strong frontier because that's where we have started from. So it contributes 32 crores, almost 33 crores to our 104 crores. And then if you look at the South region, we've just started getting good orders from there also. So it is contributing. Second highest contribution is from 12 crores from South. East region, so we've reached out to Calcutta. Now we are looking at even the Northeast states. So that's about 5. And the West has been our strong frontier, contributing 52 crores. That is more than 50% of our sales. Next slide, please. So Riyad, why don't you take this up?
Sure, sir. Thank you. Thank you for this, sir. Basically, the key financial highlights of the company for financial year 22, from financial year 22 to 24 are as shown on the screen. We had total income in financial year 22 of 75.56 crore. In financial 23, we came up to 76.55 crore. In financial year 2024, we have earned a total income of 105.53 crore. EBITDA as per 22 is 433 crore, and profit after tax, that is PAT, is 233 crore. In the financial year 2023, it was 660 crore, and
Ria, that's in lakh.
Sorry, I was just going to correct myself. So yeah, the EBITDA in 2023 was 660 lakh, and profit after tax was 372.48 lakhs. In financial year 2024, we had EBITDA of 1,783 lakhs and a profit after tax of 1,181 lakhs. So as per, if you see the graph, we had a consistent growth in our EBITDA and profit after tax year on year. Can we go to the next slide, please? So, return on equity in financial year 2022 was 55%, 55.12%. In financial year 2023, it was 45.32%, and in financial year 2024, it went up to 57.53%. Return on capital employed in terms of percentage is in financial year 2022, it was 27.13%. In financial year 2023, it was 31.97%. And in financial year 2024, it was 58.38%. Debt to equity ratio, we have in front of us. It is in financial year 2022, debt to equity was 3.20 times. In financial year 23, it was 2.30 times, and in financial year 24, it is 1 times the equity. Debt service coverage ratio in times in financial year 2022, we had 2.62 times. In financial year 2023, it was 3.23 times, and in financial year 2024, we had 5.29 times of debt service coverage ratio. Could we go to the next slide, please? Current ratio in times is as per 2022, it was 1.14 times. As per 2023, it was 1.18 times, and in 2024, the current ratio was 1.40 times. Receivable turnover ratio in financial year 2022, it was 147.11 times. Financial year 2023, it was 22.71 times, and in financial year 2024, it was 24.49 times. Earning per share in terms of rupees is as shown in front of you. In financial year 2022, it was 1.21 rupees. Financial year 2023, it was 1.81 rupees. And financial year 2024, it was 2.85 rupees. NAV per share, net asset value per share in terms of rupees is shown. In financial year 2022, it was 8.25 rupees. Financial year 23, it was 3.98 rupees. And in financial year 2024, it was 4.95 rupees. So we have consistently given net asset per value share. We have seen growth in it. So issue highlights are, yeah. So you would like to take over?
Yeah. So basically, you will see that the company is a very high ROE company with a very consistent profitability growth and all, which is rare in the space right now. So we are doing a fresh issue of 1 crore 38 lakh 50,000 equity shares, and we have an offer for sale wherein Mr. Tunwal is selling about 57 lakh 50,000 equity shares. The face value of the company shares is 2 rupees each, and the issue price per share is 59. The total issue size is 115.64 crores, and the lot size is 2,000 equity shares per lot for the retail category. The issue opens on 15th of July 2024 and issue closes July 18, 2024. Basically, Wednesday being a holiday, July 17th is a holiday. So we had to push it to July 18th. The offer structure is because it's a fixed price issue. So it's 50-50 between after the market maker allocation of 9,80,000. It's a 50-50 to the NII and RII. So pre-issue equity shares of the promoters is 4 crores 14 lakhs 51,080 equity shares, and post issue would be 5 crore 53 lakh 1,080 shares. Post issue implied market cap, you are getting the company at 326.28 crore valuation. So this is based on the issue price, and pre-issue holding of the promoters and promoter group is 97%. And with this dilution, the promoter and promoter group holding shall come down to 62.34%, and the public shall have 37.66%. So which includes 2.96% already diluted with the public. We are listing on the NSE Emerge platform. Next slide, please. So objects of the issue. So basically, after the OFS, gross proceeds in the primary for the company will be about 81.71 crores. Less issue related expenses about 14%, which is 16.30 crores. So net proceeds is 65 crores, of which 35 crores will go for working capital requirements, 5 crores will go for research and development, up to 5 crores for we are pursuing some inorganic growth. We are identifying some startups who are working on this space, and we look to help them by investing in them and bring them as partners. So that's pursuing inorganic growth there. And general corporate purpose is about 20 crores. So that's the issue breakup. Utilization 53% for working capital, and the remaining. So that's how it is. Next. Horizon Management is a lead manager to the issue. So this will be our 7th issue. Skyline is the registrar. Legal advisor, we have Devanshi B. Desai to the issue. Bankers to the issue are HDFC Bank. Bankers to the company are Bank of Maharashtra, IDFC First Bank, and Punjab and Sindh Bank. Statutory auditors, we have Mittal Agarwal and Company Chartered Accountants. We have 2 market makers for this issue, which is Nikunj Stockbroking and Giriraj Stockbroking Private Limited. The underwriting has been done on a 85-15 basis, where Giriraj is doing 85% underwriting. We are doing 15%. And Kirin Advisors have been helping us with the IR and PR. So,
Yes, thank you, sir. We will start with the Q&A session. I request all participants to post their questions in the comment box. So first question is from Arundhati Kapila. We have pan-India presence. What demand growth we foresee in financial year 25?
So we foresee a demand growth of around 40% in financial 25. The industry is growing at a CAGR of more than 305%. So it's the demand is very high. It's only you have all the big players also now coming in, but the growth, it's how much you can cater. The market is there for you.
Okay. Next question, please. Jay Bakshi. Is offer for sale from promoters or from public holdings?
The entire offer for sale is from the promoters only. Mr. Tunwal is only selling the shares.
Next question. Anurag Shah. Is our plant located in our own land or it is on lease?
The plant is located on a RICO land, Rajasthan industrial land. So it's on but it's like ownership only. It's on a 99-year lease.
Okay. Next question, please. Sudeep Shastri. What is our current market share in Indian EV two-wheelers market, and where do you see the company in 5 years down the line?
So if you look at the EV two-wheeler market share, there are 2 kinds. So Vahan, actually, if you look at the site, Vahan gives you only the market share of the registered EV2 vehicles. So we sell only mostly 90% of the EV vehicles we sell don't require even a registration number, right? So we sell it more into the urban outskirt markets and even in tier 2, tier 3 towns. So basically the size of our market is actually determined by our kind of players only who are there in the market. And amongst them, I think we don't have any perfect percentage to say, but being the early people in this industry, we command more than 5 to 7% market share in our non-registered material vehicle market that way. Though we don't have any authentic data to prove that.
Okay. Next question, please. B21 Velani. What is the range of your models across different categories?
So our range of models starts from around 44,000 and goes up to 75,000. We have some models which are selling at even 90,000.
Next
So it's
question,
like
please.
45,000 to 90,000 is the range, but majority selling is 45 to 65,000. And when I say sell price, this is our sell price, which is to the distributors, and the market sale price will be slightly higher because the margins are made by the dealers and distributors in between. So if you talk about how much the consumer pays, then it should be about 55,000 to 1 lakh.
Okay. Next question, please. Jatin Mehta. Do you intend getting into battery manufacturing, charger manufacturing? Please share your insights on this business segments.
कुणाल जी आप बताइए इसमें.
बैटरी मैन्युफैक्चरिंग बड़ा इन्वेस्टमेंट का काम है, उसमें हमने वेंडर चूज करके रखे हैं और वेंडर से हम लेके यूज कर रहे हैं. एंड चार्जर इज नॉर्मल है. चार्जर में कुछ चार्जर हम R&D करके रखी है, बट अभी फिलहाल हम वेंडर से ही ले रहे हैं.
Okay, sir. Next question, please. Girish Bansal. 41,000 production in year or a month?
This is a yearly production. So last year we sold about 18,000 units. So it's a yearly production.
Next question, please. B21 Valani. What is the battery warranty you provide on your products?
यस,
कुणाल
बैटरी के वारंटी हम प्रोवाइड करवा रहे हैं.
कितना साल का?
1 से 2 ईयर तक. डिपेंड ऑन बैटरीज. अगर लिथियम बैटरी है तो 3 इयर्स और लेड एसिड बैटरी है तो 1 ईयर.
Okay, sir. Next question, please. Yash Mistry. Our capacity of 41,000 units is utilized in 55%. We have seen a good demand of E2 vehicles. What is concentrating us for more utilization?
So basically, if you understand the cycle, so today we are importing most of our products, right? So we place the order. It takes about 30-35 days for the order to come to our unit, and then to get it assembled and worked upon and produced, it takes another 5 to 7 days. Post that, it has to be sent to the distributors network and all. So it requires a lot of capital investment. So that is the constraint. So once we get the 35 crores of working capital, you would see that in the next year only, we should be doing a capacity utilization of more than 80%.
Okay, sir. Next question, please. Subodh Joshi. We use indigenous technology or we have tie-up with any company.
नो,
कुणाल जी आप भी बताइए. हाँ.
हमने अभी तक किसी से टाइप नहीं किया हुआ है. अभी जो यूज कर रहे हैं वो हम ओवन ही यूज कर रहे हैं.
Okay. Next question. Shantanu. We have top 10 customers contributing over 75 of revenues. Do we sell two-wheelers to B2B clients? How can we have top 10 clients?
So we sell our entire products through our distribution channel only. So the distributors are, so we are a B2B company that way. We don't directly sell through our website or directly to, customers. So if you want to buy our product, you have to go and buy it through one of our dealers only. As of now, that's the model that we have. And here, what it means is top 10, distributors are contributing to 75% of our revenues.
Okay. Next question, please.
There's a
First
disturbance.
is North and West are highly concentrated for our sales. What are our future plans for South and East?
So you would appreciate that the company is only 3 year old, and we have been able to create a good hold in the Western and Northern markets already. We have already made inroads in the Southern and Eastern market of the country, but they will take its time to grow. Give us, 5 years time. You will see that we have a very robust sales because of the developed market. Because our products are good and they are coming at a decent value, so which gives a lot of comfort to the final buyer. So most of the buying is done on a word to mouth basis also, and that's how we are growing. So I think you will see a 25% kind of contribution all across going forward.
Okay. Next question, please. Sudeep Shastri. What is technical qualification of promoters? When can we expect second generation of promoter contributing to company's growth?
अ, मेरा जो एक्सपीरियंस रहा है वो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स कंपोनेंट से रहा है। तो मुझे फिजिकली एक्सपीरियंस हुआ है इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स कंपोनेंट्स का। वही मेरा टेक्निकल क्वालिफिकेशन है। बाकी मेरा जो रियल एजुकेशन है वो कॉमर्स से हूँ मैं, कॉमर्स से मैं पढ़ा था और 12th स्टैंडर्ड तक ही मैंने कंप्लीट किया। देन उसके बाद में मैंने बिजनेस स्टार्ट कर दिया था। और जो मेरे एग्जिटिंग कस्टमर हैं वो सभी इलेक्ट्रॉनिक इक्विपमेंट बनाते हैं और उससे मैंने आईसीज, डायोड, मॉसफेट उसके एकदम डीपली नॉलेज हो चुका है। मैं खुद सजेस्ट करता था मेरे कस्टमर को कि आप ये इस आईसी की बजाय दूसरा आईसी लगाइए जो इजीली मार्केट में अवेलेबल है और प्राइस इफेक्टिव भी है। तो वही नॉलेज मुझे आगे इसमें काम आ गया।
Okay, sir. Can we move to the next question?
There is some disturbance. Can others mute?
I guess
Yeah, just
someone.
check if you are on. Hmm. The disturbance is from your end. Say question, yeah.
Yes. Next question is from Siddharth Air. Are we looking at overseas market? If yes, what are our plans and regions would you like to focus on?
As I
यस
stated during the presentation only. So, sir, हाँ ठीक है आप बोलिए ना.
यस है एक्सपोर्ट का अच्छा प्लान है क्योंकि हमारा जो कॉस्ट है वो काफ़ी एट्रैक्टिव है और उस कॉस्ट के कैलकुलेशन से हम इजीली एक्सपोर्ट कर सकते हैं। पर अभी फर्स्ट इंडिया में जो रिक्वायरमेंट है वो हम फुलफिल करने में लगे हुए हैं और एक अच्छा हमारे पास बिजनेस का ये हो जाता है तभी हम आगे एक्सपोर्ट का स्टार्ट करके लेंगे। डिमांड है बट फर्स्ट यहाँ की जो डिमांड है वो कंप्लीट करना मैं जरूरी समझ रहा हूँ।
अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस नेपाल एंड भूटान भी हम लोगों ने ट्राई किया हुआ है सेल्स। सो वो भी श्रीलंका और ये नेबरिंग कंट्रीज को भी हम लोगों ने पैच कर रहे हैं। सो इंडिया और इंडिया के नियर बाय सिटीज कंट्रीज हम लोग प्लान कर रहे हैं बेसिकली।
Okay, sir. Next question, please. Vibha Deshpande. What drove almost doubling our profitability margins in financial year 24 vis revenue growth?
So we were actually able to introduce some very good margin products in the market this year, and that has helped in the doubling of the profitability. Obviously, your setup is same. If your uh, the marginal. So we have not increased the team and all. So there is no increase in staff cost. The import cost last year was very high. If you look at around COVID and after COVID, there was a very high cost of transportation, which has come down. So what you are seeing is actually an effect of all that, and that's how our margins have grown, and that you would see across the industry. You have peers to look at; their margins would have improved similarly. So it's not something very innovative that we have done. It's just the market factors which has helped us in the profitability growth.
Okay. Next question, please. Kajal Pathak. How many models with variants we have as on date? What is product pipeline?
So today we have around 23 variants from 15 models. So 15 models, you have different variants. So we have about 23. In the pipeline, we have some very innovative products, which is into self-mobility. So for handicapped, we are looking at some new products. Even in the scooter motorcycle level, we have about 6 to 7 products in the pipeline, which is expected to be introduced very soon in the markets. So we have to go through the process of getting the approvals done. So once the approval, we are in the testing phase for these 6, 7 products. Once the approvals are in place, we should be able to launch them in the market.
Okay. Next question, please. Rohit Karmur. What is your revenue guidance for financial year 24 and 25? What is current order book of the company?
So we don't work on a order book level because we are not selling to institutions. Our actually, so we don't sell to any of these. If it is going through our dealer distributor, then it's a separate thing. But we are not having any institutional sales, so there is no order book as far as the company is concerned. We are constrained in giving you any guidance that way. But if you look at last year, we have grown at about 40% on our revenues, and we expect to actually compare to that or reach that level this year also. That is all that we can say based on the sales that we are already having in the current financial year.
Okay. Next question, please. Jatin Mehta, who holds 2.96% of equity holding in pre-issue equity, and what valuations the shares were issued to them?
So none of these holders who have the stake in the company have been actually allotted shares. There is one instance basically, and most of them are holding through a transfer only, and the shares were transferred at rupees 51 per share.
Okay. Next question, please. Nilesh Karani. To understand once the fund is raised, how time will it take you to reach 90% and utilization, and 90% utilization means approx 37,000 piece a year, if I'm correct.
Yes, you are. So I think you'll have to give. We are looking to close the issue, say on the 18th. So in 15 days, the money comes in and starts getting utilized. So I think by FY25 we should be reaching at 75%, and then FY26 you should look at 90% utilization, because production you can increase, but you also have to have a helping or facilitating distribution network, which which will take some time. So I think that's how you should look at the company: 75% and then 90% utilization.
Okay. Next question, please. Ananya Swaminathan. Do we have our own in-house R&D center, and how many people are working in R&D?
So actually, Tunwalji heads the R&D that way, and he has 2 people reporting specifically for R&D. So it's not a center because we are not producing anything, but what we are doing is we look at products around the world and dissect them to understand the cost, what we can do in terms of the having the speed or whatever. So design, capability, aesthetics. There are so many things to be looked at. So we keep on identifying products and see if how we utilize it in one of the models. So how it will happen, how the costing will happen. The research and development is more on that aspect rather than setting up for manufacture.
Okay. Next question, please. Siddharth Air, when do you expect next leg of capacity expansion?
Tunwal ji,
Yes, sir. After
नेक्स्ट कैपेसिटी एक्सपेंशन कब करने वाले हैं ये बताइए.
after 1 year or 1 year and after 2 year.
So
Okay, sir.
basically, once we breach the 90% level, the only way we can expand is by putting in a new facility. So I think land should not be a challenge for us. We have some land available at our existing premises also. So, but we may look at setting it up in a different location for logistic capability. But that's about 1.5 years down the line.
Okay. Next question, please. Vishnu Bharadwaj, what benefits has industry received from government for eco-friendly two-wheelers manufacturing?
हाँ सर बोलिए.
Yes, sir. अभी गवर्नमेंट फेम 2 ऑलरेडी ऑलमोस्ट बंद कर चुकी है. फेम 3 में हम एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं कि गवर्नमेंट कुछ बढ़िया सब्सिडीज देवे ताकि इस लाइन को और ज़्यादा बूस्ट मिल सके. अभी फिलहाल ऑलमोस्ट सभी सब्सिडीज बंद है.
Okay, sir. Next question, please. Nilesh Karani. Currently, how much is debt on the company and how is FAME applicable to our product?
So presently, I think short term is debts what we have. We have borrowed from the three banks which has been shown. It's about 15.5 to 16 crores. Fame applicability, but we don't get anything out of it. So fame is zero for us. It's unviable for our products.
Okay. Next question, please. Vishnu Bharadwaj, what are the competitive advantages that sets the company apart from the competition?
So I think the competitive advantage is very clear. It's the strong understanding of the promoters of the business and identifying the right products, creating the right mix to have a very value added product which sells. So we are, you can say, the least cost producers, and that's how the margin comes in place, because there is a lot of competition around, you would see, and they are sitting with lots of money, and they even sell at a loss, but still we are profitable because uh, we also know how to reduce our costs and still play at a very niche market. So they are not in that market, like low speed two wheelers where we are selling. They are not, they are more catering into the cities. We are catering into tier 3, tier 4. So we have our own niche that way, and that's the advantage. And Tunwal is a known brand that way, and people who have used our products are very satisfied, and we have hardly had any complaints in the 3 years of our operation.
Okay. Next question, please. Ananya Swaminathan, the components required by us available in domestic market or are we import dependent?
So some of the components that we require are available, but right now, when we look at imports, we find that the cost is best available through import. Even after the long duration transportation and all, still the import is way cheaper. So that is why, as of now, yes, the company is import dependent, and a risk factor to that effect has already been stated. But there are so many suppliers even across the world that we are not dependent on particular suppliers that way. Uh, and with the money coming in, we should be able to further increase our margin by showing the money upfront. rather than taking credit from them.
Okay. Next question, please. Rajesh Bhatia. What is average price of two-wheeler? Whom are we competing in the market?
टुनवाल जी आप ही बताइए इसको.
अभी जो एवरेज प्राइस है वो अप्रोक्स 45,000 की समथिंग है, और जो अभी हमारे पास मार्केट है उसमें जो पब्लिक चूज करे उनको सबको कम प्राइस में प्रोडक्ट चाहिए और अच्छा क्वालिटी चाहिए, तो उसके रेंज में हमारे पास जो एवरेज प्राइस है वो 50,000 के समथिंग है, बट जो मोस्ट सेलिंग है वो 45,000 के जो व्हीकल है वही सबसे ज़्यादा सेलिंग में है।
और कंपटीशन किससे कर रहे हैं सर मार्केट में?
हमारा अभी कंपटीशन हम नहीं समझ रहे हैं, क्योंकि हम मोस्टली रूरल एरिया में ही दे रहे हैं, तो वहाँ पे इतना हमें कोई कंपटीशन का सामना नहीं करना पड़ रहा है।
करेक्ट.
Okay. Next question, please. Arav Banerjee. What is commission we pay to our dealers?
इट्स 8% की समथिंग, 5 to 8% हम डीलर्स को मार्जिन दे रहे हैं सर।
Okay. Next question, please. Sudeep Shastri. What is business risk you foresee? How are we capable of dealing with it?
So business risk is basically actually you have to find a niche. As a promoter, you are dealing with competition on a daily basis. People are coming with a lot of innovations in this sector, so you have to be a R&D based company, which we are. So I think sustainability, you would see that in spite of all this, we are a profitable company. So that defines, yes, if we become slack, if we are not able to bring out new products in the market going forward, if we are not able to identify good vendors in the market going forward, and that will be a risk for us. But looking at the present capabilities of the management, we don't foresee this risk.
Okay. Next question, please. Ananya Swaminathan. How do you see demand shaping up for EV two-wheelers in India?
So, as I already stated, through the Vahan registration only, the EV this thing space is growing at a CAGR of 303%, and by 2030, you will see that this kind of run rate is going to happen, because uh, you, the two-wheeler EV segment is going to take over in a big way after the charging stations are put in public places. It's going to be more bigger, and there's a lot of innovation happening in the battery space and all. So the demand is huge, and there's enough space for every player in the EV space, especially for those who have been in this market for the last 5 to 10 years already.
Next question, please. Arav Banerjee. Do we report number of two-wheelers sold on Vahan portal?
So on the Vahan,
Certainly.
only the registration vehicles are reported, not the non-registered. So there are two kinds of in the EV space also. Based on the speed of the vehicles, the vehicles are uh, organized. So if a vehicle is less than 25 kilometer speed, then it is it is goes through the unregistered vehicle. So there you don't even require a driving license to ride that, and we sell mostly that kind of product which the other players are not there in. So that's the clear cut advantage we have. So, but we would like this to happen so that when we talk, we can have authentic data. But presently, the law of the country is such that कि उसका registration required नहीं है, so we don't register it.
Okay. Next question, please. Nishant Sharma. What's our strategy around working capital as debtor and inventory days are we rising and payable coming down, leading to stress on working capital. What's its optimum working capital turns?
So if you look at the debtor days, it's about 15, right? In terms of days. So that's what we are maintaining. Uh, debtors are increasing because we have more participants in our business. So if you were dealing with 140 dealers, distributors, now we are dealing with 256. So that number is bound to increase. So, but if you look at a percentage, overall percentage over sales and all, that you won't see too much of a difference. Inventory days, again, it's a very different ball game, depending on which part of the cycle that you are taking. So if you talk about any, the festive situation like a Christmas or a Diwali, or even, the Eid, or those times, the sales are very high. That's when people purchase new vehicles and all on a very different level. So that time the inventory days are higher, but normally we would require about 90 days to 120 days minimal for the inventory days. So, and obviously payable coming down. So if we have good working capital, and if we have good support from the bank, the payable comes down, then my cost also comes down. If someone is giving me credit, he takes a pound of the margins also when he's supplying me in credit. So if the creditors are coming down, that is good for your company, because then in that case the margins are going to be better.
Okay. Next question, please. Anuraksha, what was the capex incurred for developing the existing plant?
Ria, can you take this up?
Yes, sir, sorry. The existing plant is actually on lease from RICO. So we pay a rent every year to RICO for this lease, and it is for 99 years. So there was not a heavy capital expenditure other than building. We had the Palsana plant building built up. So other than that, there is no major capex incurred for developing the existing plant.
Okay. Next question, please. B2 Parag Sanjeev. Mr. Tunwal, which is a bigger challenge, production or sales?
बिगर चैलेंज आफ्टर सेल सर्विस, एंड वो हमने काफ़ी अच्छे से करके ले लिया है, क्योंकि डीलर्स के थ्रू दे रहे हैं, और डीलर है वो काफ़ी अच्छी सर्विस प्रोवाइड करा रहे हैं. आफ्टर सेल सर्विस से ही हमारी सेल्स बढ़ते जा रही है. तो ऐसा कोई बड़ा चैलेंज अभी नहीं दिख रहा है मुझे.
Okay. Next question, please. CA Dipesh Agarwal. Going forward, what percentage PAT margin sustainability we can expect?
So the PAT margin going forward, based on competition and everything, you may see a dip of 200 bips there, or and if everybody has sanity and does not go for discount selling, then you may see a 200 bips on the upper side also.
Okay. Next question, please. Arundhati Kapila. Thank you for prompt answers. Yash Misri, all the best for the IPO. Thank you, Jumarwal sir. Thank you, Ria ma'am. Thank you, Kush sir. Thank you, Pankaj sir. I think we have covered all the questions. All the best for the IPO. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you everyone for being there on the call for us. We look forward to
Thank you,
serving
everybody.
you all for the IPO. Thank you very much.
Thank you.